RFD TV presents Gentle Giant with Pam Minnick and Katie Kaufman.
Welcome to Gentle Giants. We know firsthand how much fun it's been to learn about draft horses, so we're very excited to share some educational information on today's show.
The Oklahoma Draft Horse Association recently hosted the Youth and Novice Draft Horse Clinic at Express Clydesdales in Yukon, Oklahoma.
And although an unusual cold snap hit the morning of the clinic, complete with snow and freezing rain, it didn't dampen the spirits of more than 30 enthusiastic participants.
Our friend Josh Minchell has gathered experts in all areas of heavy horses for a day full of learning.
I had a friend of mine approach me quite a few months ago, but he said, "Hey Josh, I really think that there's a need for a clinic, just a basic clinic on how to show and take care of your horses." And he said, "I think you should do that." The draft horse industry as a whole really appreciates and welcomes new people into the industry. We want that, and that's our effort here is to create more awareness and interest in the draft horse breeds.
Josh and I talked, he says, "I got an idea." And that's how this whole thing has evolved, and it's grown from a little spot that we talked about to where we have, some of the judges who judge nationals here and outstanding people who are going to be teaching. And so we're looking forward to it.
I called a few of my friends that are going to come help us with the clinic, and they graciously offered their expertise. And so we decided to put together this clinic because literally the draft horses are a dying breed. We don't use them for day-to-day farm work anymore, so there's not as much experience and or knowledge regarding the draft horses, just because people don't grow up around them like they used to. We're going to allow everybody to get the lines in their hands, braid a horse, show a horse in a simulated halter class. So we hope that it will be helpful for everybody to be able to just put into practice what they've learned immediately. We have people from Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma. So pretty impressive. Thank you for making the way all the way here. We hope that it's beneficial for you and that you actually take home something that you can apply to your horse life. We have some great people that have come to help teach you, experts in the industry. I see a couple of them back there, but Glenn Lewis came from Missouri, and he's going to help us in the showmanship and halter area. And then we've got Don Langell right behind him. He's going to be helping me with the driving. He taught me how to drive, so I'm just going to shut up and let him talk most of the time. And then we've got Danielle Lewis, Glenn's daughter. She came, her and Lauren works with me here. They're going to be teaching braiding and decorating and show prep. And then we've got Keith Mann in the back as well. He came from Kansas, and he's been raising and showing Clydesdales for a long time.
My number one thing this weekend is to evaluate a horse, a draft horse, and to pick out the qualities of it: the foot, the ankle, the hock, the shoulder, the slope of the shoulder, the neck, the high head, and the length of the back, and things like that, and demonstrate what a show horse looks like. And I think it's important to know that not everybody in the world is looking for a show horse. But when you want that show horse, you need to know what it is you're looking for, and to be on top of it, so when you go looking, you know the qualities that you need to do if you want to take them into the show ring. Draft horse people are talking about purchasing a horse or talking about a horse. They'll say, no foot, no horse. So if you're wanting to buy a horse, there's three things I think is important. the foot, make sure the back foot, the teeth, make sure these cutting teeth in front touch each other. The third thing is, just like humans, if you got a family that's got bad heart, kids, it runs in the family. And you're judging them and you watch them go away from you, you want those little hawks right there to look like little pistons going. In order to be a good halter person, you have to know your horse. You want that halter horse, you want those hind hocks just pumping like this. That's when it's going away from you. Sometimes when you hold a horse's head up high, they don't perform back here. So you gotta know your horse. Sometimes you let them lower their head going away from you to get this look. And then when you go around and turn around and come back, then you put your hand up, get their head up in the air, because when they're coming back, you want to see the stomping. You want to see them raise their head. When you're showing and you got your hand that close to their mouth, it doesn't give them a free chance, that horse a free chance to relax and get that head up like you want it.
Good girl, good girl. Trot on, that a girl, good job, look at that. First time.
When we return on Gentle Giants, Glenn Lewis, expert showman, will give us some tips on showing your horse.
That will hopefully get you into the winner's circle. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to Gentle Giants. Learning the proper way to show your horse in a halter class can mean the difference in first and last place.
No matter what draft breed, finding the way to maximize your horse's strong points, minimizing any weaknesses, and catching the eye of the judge will get you closer to that blue ribbon.
Really have a lot of outsiders coming into this business, and that's what we need to grow. And we need to help those people, like not only in showmanship, but in buying horses, how to prepare their horses. So when they go to the ring, they're not feeling like they're the outsiders. They're going to the ring like me to win. And that's what you want. You want to see them bring it out properly and do everything right. Showing a horse, there's nothing to it. You just relax, don't get excited. Just think about what you're doing, work with the horse. You can feel the horse in your hand. Every horse is different. You just learn little tricks as you're leading them. And I want my horse in tight to me. I train them to be tight. I train them to have their head up and a little bit ahead of me. I'm more or less kind of running right alongside of their chest, and my chest are almost parallel, is how I like to do it. And what I can do then, when I'm going along, I can use my elbow to steer more or less, and I can also use my elbow to slowly go ahead of them, and you can't even see it, and I can slow them down. It's kind of how I like to train them the way I want them to do it. Always remember, when you lead a draft horse, you always turn to the right, okay? Always to the right, never to the left. So as you come out of the lineup, you're going to go around your horse, and you're going to come out in front of the judge. Stop at the judge. You're going to walk away from me. Then you're going to start into a slow trot, then trot on. So if you take that horse from a walk all of a sudden to a trot, it can't gather itself properly. So if you just go slowly from that walk to a trot, if you're standing behind and you're a judge, you can really see that horse walk. And when he trots, then he gets into his full motion. So just remember, that's one little trick. And when you turn, don't turn in a quick circle. Make yourself a fairly big circle, and the horse will come around with you. So you just come up to the judge, you basically walk halfway down, not even halfway, just a few feet, like 10, 15 feet, slowly, and then trot on. You turn at the other end around your horse again, and do the same coming back. When you get lined up straight, walk a bit, and then trot back to me.
Your first is not really like part of the roll, it's like a knot what I do. So you go over and you go back under and then you start braiding. So it basically makes like a knot and it holds the roll tight at the beginning because that roll is going to be in there a long time and you don't want it to slide back. It's all about keeping it tight, really. Do you want to keep doing it in this one? There you go. Okay, so you're at the point now where you're going to pick up hair.
Okay.
So you're going to pick up hair into that one.
Into this one?
Yep, into this one.
And so...
There you go. And then cross your hair. And you put your thumb in the middle of that. Okay.
Right thumb?
Yep.
Okay.
Now always bring your left side over first.
And that's going behind?
Yep.
Or in front? And this one goes in front?
Yep. Now bring that one, bring this one back over.
Okay.
Now pull tight. There you go, it just takes practice.
I like to start and just comb all the hair down to get all the tangles and everything out, get your hair combed through real nicely, and then start combing it up. And the trick is to try to get all your hair pulled up. And I like to use my thumb and my index finger and run it along the bone and part it in 3. And you also want to start high because wherever you start your braid, that's where your bun's going to end up. So I'm going to cross and pull it tight and bring your top down.
When we return, the participants will learn how to harness and then they'll help with hitching.
And then they'll grab the lines and take some express Clydesdales for a drive. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Gentle Giants. The enthusiastic students are going to get an abundance of harnessing and driving knowledge from Josh Mitchell and the experienced teamster who taught him to drive, Don Langell.
Don has taught many drivers, including us. With his quiet demeanor, he builds confidence and makes learning fun.
In the driving area, we're going to talk about more than just driving. We're going to start with the basics, which would be harnessing a horse properly, fitting a harness to a horse properly, proper fitting of the collar and the bridle and where the bit should set in the mouth. And then we're going to move out to the driving, and that's going to be a lot of fun.
So just to be comfortable, get their positioning right so their arms in the right spot, their hands are in the right spot, and then just try to teach them what to look for, what the horses are doing, and what to do, how to maneuver, how to make corners, how to start and stop.
When I put it on, I squeeze the collar down like this to make it nice and round, because as the collar hangs, it's gonna get narrower. So we like to be very careful, even if it takes 2 people to do properly, just let it come back nice and set back on their shoulder as slowly as you possibly can. So who wants to grab the harness? So you're gonna throw the hames up over and try to get it up on the collar if you can, just like that. Okay, now start throwing pieces over his back, but don't put it all back. We want it right over the middle of his back. and tighten up the hames, and then we'll pull everything back. So one thing you want to make sure of is that the hames fit well. You have adjustments up at the top. When I do up the crooper, which is this piece, I try to gather all the hair up so I have no hair underneath of it that's going to be ripping or pinching them. Your belly band is going to hold that collar back as well. So I come here. I like the belly band just snug but not cinched up. Then the quarter straps get hooked up. What we don't want to do is put ourselves in a position where we're uncomfortable on our tippy toes trying to bridle this horse, and then we're pinching their ear or grabbing their ear and making it uncomfortable for them. So we use a lot of stools when we're bridling them. We start at the front. So we hook up this is a neck yoke, and the other type of, it would be called a spreader bar, which they had on the Leon. It's a little bit different, all metal piece. But this one will hook up here, and that ring folds over just like that and hooks on there. Okay, now the pull side. Now we move to the back. So now if they were to step forward, the worst thing that would happen, this would slide off. But you can steer them, you can control them, you can stop them.
Hopefully somebody walks away with is to be comfortable, to be relaxed, not to get themselves tense, because as soon as you get tense, things you can't react very fast. You guys don't want to be outside any more than you have to be today. All right, now bring him in around there and then pull him up here. Watch your feet, because whoop, whoop. Whoop. Now back them up. Okay. First thing is put your lines back and just throw them over the front of the Leon. Throw your line back onto the. Just throw back over there. Whoa. And if you're driving with a whip, then this makes it a little more easier to do it like that. You don't have to have a whip, but it helps to have one handy in case you get in trouble. And you want to keep your hands here, not reaching out, not like this, because you have lot less control out here. You get them back here, you can't do anything. So you want your hands to be not quite at a 90-degree angle, but close to it, and keep them close together, because neck reining, you see what that does? Nothing. You want to keep your hands together and do most of your adjusting with your thumb and your finger. Keep the pressure on them. So slide them up a little bit more. Both of them. Just say here and kiss.
Say here?
Here and kiss.
Okay, here.
Perfect.
They have fun, and I hope they go back home, and I hope they try all these things, and basically I hope they come out someday and we see them showing and they beat us. That'd just make my day.
I came here to learn more about judging because in Congress I'm doing the junior judging class.
Everything we learned today was really great. The braiding of manes and tails was something I'd never done before. That was really cool to learn. And everybody's been really great teachers.
But I wanted to learn more about how to show, how to get ready for a show, how to roll manes, do a tail, and just a little bit more on driving. Are we sitting correctly? Are we holding the lines right? So I've learned so much today.
Oh, it has just been a fantastic day. There is so much knowledge and so many interesting people that are willing to share that knowledge with new people, and I just think that's wonderful. The main thing that I learned today was don't be afraid to ask a question, and every person here has just been really willing to explain things and give me that step up that I felt that we needed.
I want people to leave here with enthusiasm that they didn't have when they came. I want them to have knowledge. They're not going to learn to judge draft horses here today, but they're going to get a good overall view of the kind of fun we have with draft horses.
We had a great time today. It went by fast. We were busy. We went through a lot of stuff in a short amount of time. But it seems like everybody came out of it with some additional knowledge that they didn't know and some experience. So that was our hope and our goal for today, was to be able to give somebody or everybody something that they hadn't had yet. So we answered a lot of questions along the way, really good questions, and hopefully we gave them helpful answers. But it was a fantastic day, really.
We want to thank each of you for watching Gentle Giants this week. Pam and I had so much fun watching so many first-timers at Express Clydesdales.
We love broadening the world of heavy horses, and we love seeing people fall in love with Gentle Giants just like we have. We want to especially thank Josh and Laura Minchell and the team here at Express Clydesdales, Donnie Langell, Glenn and Danielle Lewis, and Keith Mann.
For more information and to take a look at the full day of learning, you can order the DVD at expressclydesdales.com.
Be sure to join us right back here next week on Gentle Giants.
Or in the meantime,